is Sean Dwyer. I am the Director of Sales for Executive Forum Magazine. We are here at our office at 1145 Main Street, and I'd like to welcome you to Strictly Biz News.
Alright, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Strictly Biz News. I'm Alfonso, that's Corey. I want to thank Sean for coming on for being guest co-host. And I would just like to say, I know we didn't say last episode, that we are now an award-winning web show. Woo-hoo. So thank you to all the viewers. Just wanted to rub it in a little bit. Alright, so let's get right into the hot topic. First off, Inc.com had top gifts for entrepreneurs. I thought this was a little interesting because a lot of them didn't make any sense.
I agree with that.
I'll run through the top 8 that they had. Number 1 was Alcatalia Dolly Boots, which was, they call it fashionable rain boots for $400. That's too fashionable, and they're for women, so count me on that. Number 2 is Apple iPad, that goes for $500. Number 3 is Tropic Cancer by Henry Miller. The first edition goes for $250. Never heard of the book, never heard of the author, don't know it.
Only 1,000 issues made.
Right, I think that's why it's expensive, right?
Yeah,
really?
Yep.
Boulder Shade sunglasses. They're flexible bending glasses that go for $40. The next one's a Filson duffel bag. It goes for $300. It's used by David Yurman, so everyone's got to have one. It's pretty much, you can use it for professional use or personal use. He said he uses it for camping. The next one is Valextra leather notepad. I saw this one. I knew someone who had it. For $600 for a notepad, it's too expensive. I don't care if it's made in like ostrich feathers. Like, it's just, I don't know why I said ostrich feathers, but that's expensive.
It's $1. It was $550, so $1.50 a day. It's more expensive than a cell phone. It's just a notepad, right?
Yeah, and it's like a notebook, a diary. You can hold business cards, but
You'd think there'd be a computer or something in that for that kind of money, $550.
Yeah, so you can get a laptop for that kind of money. It would keep your journal in. Next one is Zepson lavender oil. It goes for $10. The entrepreneur uses, they say, it helps him relax in a stressed environment. He goes in the office and washes his hands and I don't know, whatever. The 8th one, the one I really don't get is an Hawaiian lei. I don't know how that's in the top 8 for gifts for entrepreneurs.
I don't know the significance of that either.
Me either.
I don't know. So I made up my own list.
Oh.
Actually, it also said too she received a gift from her husband too.
Yeah.
Right? So what does that have to do with
the entrepreneur? Because she was an entrepreneur, it made no sense.
Right.
So I comprised my own list of the top 5 gifts for entrepreneurs, since I know a little bit about that. Number 1, business cards. Everyone needs them.
Absolutely.
So give them $50 to buy business cards. Number 2, laptop bag. For me, I have my MacBook, but putting it in a bag instead of holding it by hand is a lot easier. That's a good gift to give to an entrepreneur. Most of them are always on the go.
That was on the list, though, wasn't it? Wasn't there a sleeve for a laptop?
It was a duffel bag, yeah. I like my version better. Next up is gas card. Especially when you're starting a business, you're always on the move. You're always going to go places. Next one, I think, is my number 1 option: coffee. Gift certificate to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or Keurig coffee machine. I think that should be on top of the list. You know, if you guys are buying me Christmas presents, this is my list. And the last one I picked was a smartphone, so you can have email and internet access on the go. I think those are what I wrote are more reasonable gifts for entrepreneurs, not $500 or $400 pair of rain boots.
Absolutely. The rain boots are not practical. I mean, they are in case it rains.
Maybe the city women entrepreneurs, but
I think because they were saying like they don't. Because if the entrepreneur is going to do customer visits or something like that, they don't have time to like change their shoes. Like if it's pouring rain or snowing out, I'll wear shoes and change them when I get into work. But maybe that's what they were thinking. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like realistic prices for an entrepreneur.
Yeah. If you want to check out the full article on that, just go to Inc.com. We're going to go right into the next topic. Toys R Us launches mobile coupons. They're equipping it in its retail outlets with scanners that can read coupon barcodes on mobile phones and launching a text messaging program. All you have to do is just sign up through their mailing list for Toys R Us and Babies R Us. I know Toys R Us has never really done anything really innovative. They've always been, still with the coupons and the magazine and the newspaper. This is like one of the most innovative things they've done. I don't know how it's going to pan out for them. I don't know how well it's going to work for them.
Actually, it's a good idea. Targeting younger audience. Most younger people that are spending money carry smartphones.
Yeah.
So I think it's
a lot of younger kids are having
idea.
kids now too.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
that's
yeah,
another
that's
topic.
the next generation
Right,
that's coming
Right.
through.
The fast food generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, they're coming out with electronic gift cards. Everything's electronic
Right.
now with those
More
QR
convenient.
codes, and like, it's just another ease of doing business with Toys R Us.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know myself. You carry around like this pile of like coupons just in case. It's crazy. So now you can just carry it through your smartphone.
The only thing I'm not gonna. I mean, it's a good marketing if you sign up for it, but the text messaging. Sometimes you sign up for something and you get those emails that are just annoying every now and then.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the text messaging will fan out.
But what's good with smartphones is that you can save that. Although it may be annoying when you get it, you can save it. So then you can just scroll through and scan it at the checkout. I mean, this is a perfect time for them to announce that they're doing this.
Yeah, right before the holidays.
And they were mentioning in the article that their competitors are doing it. So they're just advancing and beefing up their sales using technology.
Yeah, they said that I think Starbucks was the first one to do something like this. So.
And Target.
And Target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go right into the next topic. Newsweek and the Daily Beast to merge operations. Newsweek is like 77-year-old magazine, really great reputation, and they're linking up with a 2-year-old website called the Daily Beast. I think that's I just think of not a reputable news magazine called the Daily Beast. That's just a weird name.
Yeah, that is kind of a strange name.
But they're combining the company and they're going to be calling it Newsweek Daily Beast Company.
I think the idea of them being on the internet, though, that's a good idea. Cover both angles, be able to print, and for people to like to read stuff on.
Well, a lot of the topics when I research for topics, I do go to Newsweek.com and check it out. And I don't know what the Daily Beast has that's going to make it better.
Yeah,
but I don't know if maybe because the Daily Beast is maybe they hit the younger crowd and they're going to try to hit the younger crowd with Newsweek. But I don't know. It's just print magazine and newspapers. They've gone so far down, they're now merging with other companies.
Right. So if you take that and you think about that, Newsweek might be losing money, and then this up and coming company, it's only 2 years old. So for them to collaborate or to buy them out was probably cheap. It gives them, a channel to reach the audience on the internet. And they're gonna take what they do best.
The name bothers me.
Yeah, I know.
The Daily Beast. It's inappropriate thing is coming to mind when I think of Beast. I don't know.
Well, it's huge. It's massive.
Didn't they say they bought it for $1 or something? Did I read that right?
It was like $1 a share.
$1 a share.
share.
I thought that. Yeah.
But they're gonna end up being 50-50 venture. It's not gonna be all Newsweek. It's not gonna be all Daily Beast. It's gonna be the Newsweek Daily Beast.
I think there's a lot of opportunity there for them. It's a startup company, and Newsweek does it best, so they're just going to apply what they can do to a new startup company and mold something spectacular, even though you hate the name.
That's a lot,
Daily
Newsweek
Beast.
and Daily Beast. Let's go to the next topic. I think this is going to be awesome to talk about. Woman fired over Facebook rant. Lawsuit is coming up. Connecticut woman was fired after she posted bad remarks about her boss on Facebook. Prompted a first of its kind for the legal case by federal authorities who say the committee she's protected under speech of labor laws. The National Labor Relations Board alleges that the American Medical Response of Connecticut, Inc. Illegally fired her job as an emergency medical technician. When was it? Late last year? I think it was last October, they said. Yeah. This is it's gotten to the point where everyone's on Facebook. You should know not to complain about your job or your boss on Facebook.
Yeah.
Even if you're not friends with them. It's just like that 6 degrees of separation.
Right.
They got out. Someone saw it and they got out. I don't know. I mean, it's just people can sue over anything now.
I mean, she's an idiot.
Yeah.
She put it up where the world could see. People have to understand that, Facebook is like talking out loud. You're pretty much talking out loud to people you don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to talk about work, yes, you have the right to talk about work or what were the proper words that you used? Talk about their work environment to other employees. Well, if you want to exploit this information, in private to somebody that you might trust who isn't going to go and turn you in, that's one thing. But to go and scream it out on Facebook, give me a break.
Well, she said I guess the quote is that she, the whole story behind it is that someone went and complained about how she was working and complained to her boss. And her boss took the patient's side. So her boss was talking to her, and she was going to be put on leave. And so on Facebook she goes, I got put on leave because I guess now number 17 runs the office. And I guess number 17 means the type of patient. They have like numbers and codes. So she didn't say a person's name or anything, but that just spiraled into...
Right, it was a psychiatric patient, number 17.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and just spiraled out of control. It's the same thing. Like, it doesn't matter how private it is. It's just other people see it, and then you don't know who you're friends with that maybe that are related to so and so.
The thing I found interesting about that, I'm sorry to
go ahead.
But was the company she worked for, I guess, was EMS or something.
Yeah, American Medical Response.
Right. They had said that they wouldn't allow any of their employees to say anything derogatory about the company. I don't know if they had something, a written agreement that they had to sign. I found that to be kind of interesting. Why would they even come up with that?
Well, they probably know that people don't like working for them. I don't know, but I don't know. Like, I had a feeling eventually something like this would come up. Just happens to be that it's our cousin from the South it's happening with. And I didn't want to include names, so I took the name out of it. But I don't know. I think that she might win, but I just think it's kind of a cheap shot, personally. Because I just think it's not... If she had common sense, she shouldn't have done it.
I think that the company may have those types of rules and regulations because of HIPAA laws and other types of laws regarding people's medical information and things like that.
Yeah, like confidentiality and stuff like that.
Well, I can understand that, but to restrict people from...
Freedom of speech?
Yeah. I mean, if you have a complaint or something, and I mean, why...
But you gotta look at it as being slandered for the business, too. You know what I mean? Like, they work there, they're in, so, and if they talk bad about the company, it builds reputation, it builds its online brand. So, like, when people go to the store and they complain and it's all over Facebook or Twitter, everyone sees it.
Right.
Even if they work there or not, and that, I think, is in the same situation where she just complained and she just happened to work there, so it kind of just, people took it as maybe it's the company, not her, and that's why the company is so defensive. And that's I think that's why
were they
suit is
specific
going on.
that it not to be placed on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that? I didn't, because it was kind of general.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, my idea was that they weren't allowed to complain about anything at all, it seemed. I don't know, I might have misread that. That's the impression I got, which I found kind of strange.
Well, I know a lot of businesses, they can't even go on social networking sites.
Right.
That I can understand.
But I guess she, the time posted, it was like right when she got home from work. It was just like right after everything had happened. Like, if you want to like release some stress, like have a glass of wine.
Right.
Don't go on Facebook and rant and rave and.
She let her emotions get the best.
Yeah, seriously. All right, Sean, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Diane, owner of Executive Forum magazine. Welcome back. This is Diane Baraba, owner and publisher of Executive Forum magazine. Thank you for coming on, Diane.
Thank you.
So why did you start Executive Forum magazine?
Well, it's been a idea in my bucket list for many, many years. I've always been very fond of the written word. I love to write myself, although I don't write for the magazine. And just timing. My sister became very ill and I wanted to go see her. I was working for a corporation and I had to go in and ask permission. Driving to the hospital, I realized that that's ridiculous. So family comes first, and if I have to own my own business to make sure that happens, then so be it.
So what makes Executive Forum different compared to all the business magazines out there?
Executive Forum focuses on the people behind the business and not the statistics, the operations of the business, but more the concept. How did it happen? Who started the business? How did it grow? What ideas did they find worked very well? And what would they like to share with someone else that might be interested in going into that business?
So what are what are your goals with the magazine? What do you want to do with it?
I would like to, and we are growing very quickly, I would like to see that growth continue. We're at 8,500 copies a month right now that are being distributed throughout Western Massachusetts. We intend to go to 10,000 copies by January and include distribution all the way down to Hartford and West Hartford. Next year, I would like to be at 15,000 by the end of the year that we're distributing in even a larger territory.
So what's next?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, I know you're having in January. You're having the list.
We're doing the desk reference, which is called the Forum 50/50, and that's going to be a very affordable way for any business, regardless of its size, to be introduced in the desk reference. It will have a limited number of companies in each list, so each industry will be limited, but very affordable, so that the smaller companies can get just as much recognition as the larger ones, regardless of their size or number of employees or any of those statistics.
Okay. What's your email so if viewers want to get in contact with you about getting on the 50/50?
It's eforummagazine, all one word, @gmail.com.
Okay. And anything else you want to tell the viewers?
Yes, I'm very excited to say two things. One, we've just moved into a new office suite at 1145 Main Street in downtown Springfield. So we've grown enough that we need even more space. And we are also opening a brand new website. It's being built. It will be up and running hopefully by early December.
Great.
So it looks great. We're excited about it.
Great, and we'll plug in the website. As soon as the website's up and running, we'll tell everyone all about it, where they can go on and check it out.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Diane, and we'll be right back.
Allie drew a picture of you.
I didn't know my head game.
I
didn't know my head game was that bad. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We had a great show today. Just keep watching. We appreciate everyone watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. Anything else you want to say, Corey?
If you guys have feedback, feel free to share.
Yes. StrictlyBizNews@gmail.com.
Chat you later.